Oh, yeah, man. I didn't think it was going to get that much attention. Also, the obvious one, Kyler, just playing Texas. How excited are you for this game?
Very excited. I'm really excited to play every game. But, obviously, coming home to play Texas in the Cotton Bowl, huge rivalry game. But, like I said, I think it's, for us, we got to keep the main thing the main thing. And, this is another game for us, and we got to go out there and execute and do our job at the end of the day. So.
Kyler, everyone that you either play against or play with talks about your poise and your calmness. Where does that come from?
I think just the confidence and, just trusting myself, trusting my abilities, trusting the work throughout the week, watching film, trusting Coach Riley, trusting my teammates. I just, at the end of the day, I know that, if I do my job, I do it well enough, then we'll probably end up in a good position to win the game.
How much of that do you think is passed down genetically from your dad, who played at a high level?
A lot. He's a very confident guy. If you don't know him, he's extremely confident, probably too confident. So, for me, especially because I've watched a lot of football growing up. The great ones can do it under pressure, and I just strive to be as great as I can. Whatever sport I'm playing. So.
Expound on that too confident stuff.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Everybody who knows my dad knows. He's. I don't want to say too cocky, but yeah, he's a confident guy, and that's the way he is. So I think I'm glad he is because I got that from him. So that's just something about him that he's a confident guy.
Kyler, what is it like to play with CD and his ability to sort of catch everything that is anywhere close to him?
I've said it many times. Those guys, not only him, but all those guys make my job a lot easier. That whole receiver room, I'm glad to have them. We got a lot of guys that can play. So, not only him, like I said, but all those guys can make plays.
Specifically, the one-handed catches. Are you not even surprised anymore at kind of what he's doing, and do you see that in practice from him?
No, I'm not surprised. Like I said, I practice with him every day. I've seen it, many times. So for me, it's not really surprising. I know if I put the ball anywhere in his vicinity, he's going to catch it. So.
Kyler, when you left A&M to come here and reset your career, what were you envisioning at that point? Were you thinking, "Oh, this will come to this? I'll be at the 9th pick of the first round of the baseball draft, and I'll be starting against Texas"?
No, I never really, thought about all of that, when I was leaving. But, just the whole situation. Me and Coach Riley, had a good relationship when I was leaving high school, but I had been committed for a while. And then, when I left, Bake was supposed to have the year and then, leave. So the position looked open. It just looked like a good situation. And I felt comfortable with Coach Riley, so it just felt right. And then, being here, obviously I envisioned, one day being the starter here and then, doing great things here. So, I've never not envisioned success. But, yeah, so to answer your question, I guess yes.
Kyler, growing up, considering your dad's background, was playing against Texas a dream, for lack of a better word, or an aspiration for you? Or where did you kind of sit your allegiance with college football teams growing up?
No disrespect. I was a Florida fan growing up, so I didn't really, look too much into, beating Texas or anything like that. But I'm here now, and we got Texas coming up Saturday, and a great opportunity. That I think many kids around the country would love to be a part of this game and be able to play this game, and it's here in front of us. So I think the team's ready for it, ready for the challenge. We'll just have to have a good week of practice, and like I said, it's a good opportunity for us.
You said you were a Florida fan.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and also how does your dad feel about Texas?
I think it might have been the colors, blue and orange. I don't know. I think that might have been it. But yeah, Tebow, Percy Hart, all those guys, they had a lot of guys, go to the NFL. So I was just a fan, and then I like the state of Florida, obviously. So. And then my dad, dealing with Texas, my uncle, he played baseball at Texas, so, those ties are there. And then I don't think he's too fond of Texas. I'll say that.
You mentioned Tebow and Harvin, so you're rooting for Florida in the 2008 National Championship game against OU?
I was, yeah.
How do you deal with people saying that you're part of the Heisman race? Do you hear any of that chatter?
I mean, it's hard not to hear. Obviously, I hear it. You know, I've dreamed of it my whole life, winning the Heisman. But at the same time, I'm not a complacent guy. So, for me, it's just 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. That's how I look at it. You know, keep playing the way I'm playing. You know, whatever it may be. You know, we'll see where we end up. But for me, it's just about winning games and, you know, doing what's right for the team. And you know, individual goals will come along if you just do what you do. So, I'm not too worried about it.
Was Baker able to pass down any lessons to you about the Heisman hype and how to deal with it and how not to listen to the noise?
No, I don't really need any motivate or any talks on how to listen to it. I've been a highly talented dude. You know, coming into high school, coming out of high school. You know, I've dealt with awards. I don't really let it affect me too much.
Kyler, I know that you obviously work on developing chemistry with all your receivers, but how much different is it with Lee? Just because of the duration of your relationship with him?
He's gotten a lot better since I met Lee. Junior year, he wasn't even on varsity, so it's for him to be here now doing what he's doing. It's great to see. I'm happy for the guy. He's putting in a lot of hard work, and for the chemistry part of it, you gotta trust. He always does the right thing. He's never not doing the right thing. So for me, I know it's easy to trust him on and off the field, and he's obviously a great athlete, so that helps as well.
Kyler, what does it mean to you to play, and I asked this question earlier, with Bobby, with Lee, and being from Allen High School, and you still keep in touch with Coach Westerberg, Fleener, Kane, coaches like that?
Yeah, Coach Kane was actually up here this past weekend, but I mean, as far as Coach Westerberg, Coach Fleener, those guys, that's a relationship that'll never be broken. We did a lot of special things together in high school, so for us to be on this stage now, playing with those guys, it's very special to me, and I don't think I think we'll look back in years to come and be like we did something special together. So it's still staying in the moment, and we still got a job to do, and the season isn't over. So as of now, yes, it is. It's definitely special.
You're showing us how good a quarterback you are right now.
What's up?
You're showing everybody, including us, how good of a quarterback you are. I assume you knew in your own mind you were this good even last year. How tough was that to knowing Baker came back, I got to back up again, won't get to play much? What kind of a mental hurdle was that for you?
Obviously, I was preparing myself to be the starter, last year, whatever it was, but once I found out, he could possibly get his year back, it wasn't, I wasn't really like I said, I'm a cool guy, calm, keep myself composed and stuff like that. So, when I found out, it obviously, it was like I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, everything happens for a reason, and you just got to take it for what it was, So, as well as I think I wouldn't be here now if I didn't sit and if I didn't, prepare the way I prepared. I just think, like I said, everything happens for a reason. And to answer your question is, thinking I was, good enough to do this, yes. Obviously, I'm a very confident guy. I believe in myself, so yeah, I feel, I've known what I can do, and for me now, it's just going out there and doing it.
Did your dad ever tell you stories about how good he could have been if it hadn't been for the ankle going on?
Yeah, definitely, all the time. Growing up, at least, yeah. We don't really talk about it too much now, but now I've seen all the ESPN or the classics on college football or whatever like that. Playing Auburn, all those games. I've seen it all. So yeah, he definitely lets me know.
What did you learn in that year that Baker was here and you didn't expect him to be? And how much better a quarterback are you for having had a chance to kind of watch through that and learn through it?
A lot better. Just the way, having to prepare again. Obviously, I sat that first year, so, I was with the scout team a lot. I didn't really go through, game weeks. I was over there helping the defense, obviously, doing what I could. But at the same time, you're not in the game plan. You're not getting those reps with, the first team, the second team, stuff like that, preparing for the game. So it's a little different. But, just sitting behind him, watching, how he works, how he operates, and just, getting to have that experience. Not a lot of kids get to have that experience. So for me, I think it helped out a lot. And obviously, for me, just taking it all in, soaking it all up, and then just putting it to work.
What do you think about the improvement that Kennedy Brooks has shown and the chances of him being a bigger part of this offense moving forward?
I don't want to say improvements, just because, I mean, nobody's really seen him much. So it's like, you know, we got this brand new guy coming in here making plays, but nobody's really seen him. So, I mean, he's been doing that since, you know, he's gotten here. So I think everybody, you know, has known what he's capable of, but nobody's seen it yet. So I think it was a good step for him this past Saturday, getting out there and getting his feet wet. When he had 2 touchdowns, you know, he ran well, and I think, you know, everybody got to see that. So definitely a confidence booster for him, and I think that whole room.
Before you signed with A&M, I know Texas made a late push for you, and you gave them some consideration. I don't know how you quantify it now, but what was it, Coach Strong, or what was it about Texas that got your attention back then?
I think just the brand. I'm from Texas. I grew up in Texas. I wasn't too fond of, you know, Texas growing up, but I mean, you grow up in Texas, you got to take a visit to Texas. That's basically what it is. So, nothing more, nothing less.
When you were being recruited by OU, I know you were pretty much all in on Texas A&M, but how close was Oklahoma? How close was Josh Heupel maybe with your relationship there when he was here?
Honestly, it wasn't close at all. Just because I don't know, just the relationship with me and Coach Heupel. It wasn't, you know, as good as it is now. I mean, I feel like with, you know, Coach Riley, when he came in, I think me and Coach Riley hit it off a little more. But I mean, like, that's just part of it. That's part of the recruitment, and that's part of the process. But yeah, I'm here now and I love it. So.
Your decision to leave A&M when you left A&M, it happened pretty quick. I guess it was 8 days later you announced that you were coming here. OU announced that you had signed here. Your decision to just jump in with OU, what was behind that?
It's funny because I tell people all the time, you know, I think I've told you all this probably, but, you know, when I was leaving, like I said about the opportunity, you know, just, you know, Bake had he didn't have the year back or whatever, and then, you know, it wasn't a quarterback or whatever, the job was going to be open, whatever it may be, but, you know, talking to Coach Riley, like I said, you know, we kind of hit it off in high school, and then, you know, getting the opportunity to, you know, get recruited by him again. I think everything worked out for, you know, what was supposed to happen. So he actually made me feel like I was coming here before I even came here. So everything's worked out, you know, the way I think it's supposed to. So.
Kyler, Marquise Brown has come so far so fast. How has he stayed humble through the nickname, through all the attention coming his way?
I think this game humbles you quick, as well as other sports. But you know, this game you can't get too high, you can't get too low. And I think he knows that. You know, he's got a lot of good people in his corner. The coaches keep him humble. We all keep each other humble. So at the end of the day, you know, the job's not done. Job's not finished, and he knows that. So going forward, I mean, we just got to keep our head down and, you know, go to work.
Got to wrap up here. One last question.
You text or communicate with Devin at all this week, your cousin?
No, I didn't. Donovan's there too. I got 2 cousins over there. Yeah. So no, I have not.
You guys close?
Yeah, we're close.
Thank you, Kyle. We'll wrap up with Marquise Brown.